It's almost 2. I was up at noon. And what we're gonna need to do is I'm gonna put this aside for the rest of the day. Take a look at it tonight. Um, what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna need to find one of those white paper walkthroughs at HP. Um, this shows me how to put it back together again from scratch. To make sure that I've got everything put together the way it is. I'm gonna need to. I've read a little bit. They suggest that if my heatsink is um, not screwed in a specific way, I might get the problems that I'm getting. I'm not getting any. There's a light on the side here, and if I'm getting like it's the board, I'm not getting any power to the board, right? I could try something like flipping the battery. I know the battery wasn't behaving entirely well. It could be because it was open, um, and etc. But I don't think this like it's gonna. There's a very large number of permutations here, and it's gonna take a while to figure it out. So, in the meantime, that machine spins. It connects to the internet. That's what I needed to do. I'm gonna get something to eat, go have fun, and deal with this when I come back. I've got a little bit of winter tummy there. It's not like there are people that are going to yell at me for even complaining about it. But it means that I'm better off with a. I wore like a little tank top, and I think I'm going to put the little tank top away for a few weeks until it's warmer. And I have a chance to sweat a little bit of stomach out. Like I say, like people are going to yell at me for even complaining, but I can notice. I'm going to a sort of a dancey thing. It's like a funk jazz. There's a guitar player. This is important. So it's like dance music with a guitar player, which is like the best thing. It was the night I had fun dancing at the Magic Stick was kind of like that. It's probably closer to that than anything else. I'm gonna bring a sweater. In fact, I'm gonna put one on right now before I go out. But this is what I'm doing tonight. Okay, there's my sweater. I might not even take it off. I don't know. We'll find out as I go. It depends on how much fun I have and how warm I get and everything else. It's like around like 15 degrees out. But it was different today. The last time I went out, it was like 12 degrees, and I ended up like just putting my sweater around my waist, like I made it a block before I had to take my sweater off. It's early. It's like 6. Yeah, I'm sure I have everything. I go to the bank machine. There's over here. My guitar last night. Yeah. We're not making an early stop today. I've decided it makes more sense to wait till the weekend. Although that's part of the reason I'm early. Another part of the reason I'm early is just because it was just my computer doesn't work. What am I gonna do? Right? I don't have enough time to troubleshoot it. I'm gonna be early, but I don't have anything better to do, so as well. How's this going? This is going well. It's kind of a. What does it smell like? It smells like kind of like I don't know. It's like a. It smells like my old. Like it smells like the old air freshener I had, which doesn't make any sense because it's not here. It's a fresher smell, almost like laundry detergent, maybe even. Is it? It might be. It might be left over from cleaning the stairs yesterday. But I don't smell smoke. That's good. Very, very good. We're not going out there today. We're going to go around today. Let's walk. I don't, I was thinking, should I? No, we're going to be back tonight. There's no chance I'll say anything. No, you know what? I keep saying that, I always say that, it's always like that. So, I'm gonna, just in case, because you never know. No, that's the truth. How it's gotta be. Okay, so, give me 2 seconds here. Okay, this is my back room behind my recording. Okay, what about it? I got the Ziploc bag. We're coming in here tonight, and there's a very good reason for it. I'm just gonna be quiet as we walk here for a sec. The door's unlocked. Yeah, I'll lock it. Well, I help if I put this. Okay, so why am I doing this? You saw there's some construction in the front. Okay. I'm pretty sure it works. Let's double check. I've never actually come through here before. Like I said, it might help if they, It's not very often that I'm the most responsible person in every room. I'm the most responsible person in every room in this building. Okay. Of course we're going that way, but yeah, I think I'm gonna keep my sweater on unless it gets really hot in there. It's chilly out there. Okay. I have actually not seen the front of this yet. That place for sale next door. So, okay. I'm gonna hope that they don't plan on blocking off my entrance here, because I'm gonna be upset if they do. It seems like they're not planning on it. Apparently it's the step is the issue. People are having difficulty walking up and down it, and they're gonna redo it over there too. I actually think that, okay, my best guess is that this wood is temporary and that it's designed to have a brace for the concrete, right? That's the guess. I don't know. Wonder what they're selling. Anyways, I like this neighborhood. I don't know, people are weird about it, but I like it. Yeah, that window is important to me for various reasons, so I hope it's kept there. If not, it's just another reason to argue with him, I guess. I'll have to go in the back later too. I guess out the store. Like I said, I'm super early. My intended excursion doesn't make sense on a weeknight like this. It's just, it just doesn't. I'll wait until I'm there all night before I start thinking about that. The next time I'm there all night, I probably will. Yep. Okay, so, I think we talked a little bit about this. I meant to go once, sometime last fall, and I can't remember if it was exactly due to cash or if I decided that the thing that was here was better or what. And the thing that was here was it's a DJ. I've seen this. Well, I don't want to call him a DJ. That's kind of an insult to him. He's an electronic artist, and I've seen him a couple of times. And my ability to appreciate this is directly correlated with the level of inebriation that I'm experiencing. The more fucked up I am, the more fun I have at experimental dance party nights. It's easy to understand. So I've seen him a few times. Sometimes I've been more drunk than others, and I've had more fun when I am. And so I stayed here that night instead. So I missed them last fall, which was not even a year ago. Now, tonight, it's the far walk, so it's a walk. I haven't gone for a walk yet this week, so although I'm going to need to do a compost run soon, but I haven't gone for a walk yet this week, so it'll be just as good as for that as for anything else. The grass is nice and green. It's first couple of days of May, and it feels like late October. That's what it feels like. I know I keep saying this. Why does spring feel like fall? I don't know. But it's kind of a jazz funk thing with guitars. I've been to a couple of jazz funk things recently, and it's the one with the guitars that are the most fun. So hopefully we get some nice playing while I'm out, and we'll see how that goes. I gotta get some tickets here. I have some change on my dresser. And I'm early enough that I'm gonna know how to get it. And you can guess what the change is for. Am I doing that tonight? I think we've got a clear yes. Considering it's early, I don't. I need to experiment with my proposal, and it's not going to be tonight. And I think until we get there, I'm going to have to get used to it as it is. And I'm in a holding pattern. It's maybe not the best, but it is what it is. And I am going to need to kind of, if I'm going to break free from it, it's not tonight. So tonight will be like any other night, and I'll start worrying about that. What's my next? Well, I might stay on Saturday. Right now I'm not planning on it. But it's the weather primarily. We'll see if there's a last minute change in the forecast. I suspect that if there is a last minute change in the forecast, it'll be for the worse. But we'll see. I think it might snow overnight. I would need to wear a big sweater and probably bring a knapsack. And I'm just not into doing that. Especially with the financial annoyances of this particular month. So until I get a chance to experiment with this tactic, I'm gonna have to resign myself to smoking a little bit when I'm out. But we'll see how well I'm able to keep it down. I'm not promising anything, we'll see. I don't think you can see the light there, but it's a gorgeous night to take a walk, actually. Perfect temperature. It's a pretty looking sunset, I have to say. Am I gonna catch footage tonight? I might. I don't know. I think it depends on how, it's Wednesday night. The last time I was there was a Monday and it was fairly busy, so kind of similar. I'm gonna guess it's probably a very similar crowd, given that it would be a similar demographic. It's gonna depend. I don't. Can I see it? You can't see it over there. It's weird how your eyes can see things that. Yeah. I'm just thinking in terms of space. How much space do I have? How much space do I need? Every time I get over, I want to stay all night. No, it's a reality of the condition, right? Sorry, there was a reason for that, but whatever. Could you? It's funny. The first time I walked over this, I was like scared shitless, and now it's like whatever. So how it works, right? See, I can see the sun. Maybe you can see a little. It's May, so I'm gonna guess it's around. It's actually probably very close to 8 because I was in customs for. There were a lot of people on the bus. I got through quickly, but we had to sit. I don't know. I'm just thinking it's like. 7:45, maybe 8. Doors at 8. I was gonna say when I was sitting on the bus that like maybe I'm not gonna be so early after all, but they let me walk through, so I will be. So in terms of the sun, it's well, if we've got another hour of quasi sunlight, it's pretty good for May, right? Solstice is in June though, so. I was thinking that walking through is like, when's the summer going to get here? It's almost like the reality of the situation nowadays is that like we have 10 months or we have 9 months of like spring/fall, a month of winter, and like a month of summer, right? Or maybe 2 months of summer. It'd be nice if we could. I've said the opposite before, right? It's just the brutal days. Like Saturday. Saturday's not going to be workable. Anyways, I'm not that far. Shh. Hear the birds. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to negate the niceness of this. It's a beautiful evening. It's just like if it was 10 degrees warmer, it would be that much nicer. Right? It's beautiful with a sweater on. If it was beautiful without a sweater on, alas. And the sun is nice too. It's sometimes I don't know if I'm going to see a concert or if I'm just going for a walk. Really, I'm never entirely sure. I'll say it again, Detroit's not nearly as bad as some people think it is, but there's like 5 or 6 blocks that I've come across that are bad news, and this is one of them, so let's put this away. So I'm walking home, in Mexican town, home, towards the town. Well, it's like 2:30. I got a long ways to wait for the bus comes, so I'm gonna try my newly found hideout there. I don't know. We'll see. Or we'll learn the hard way. I mean, there was only one to try it, right? It's like Wednesday night. How can there be cover? Anyways, this was just an example of a night where I was having fun. I didn't want to, I'm glad that I went back and got my meds because, yeah. I just didn't, I mean, I wouldn't have left. There's no way I would have left at midnight. It would not have made sense. As it is, I stayed there till like close, and like people were sweeping, and like, the sad music was playing. The dudes with the umbrellas. Yeah. I don't even know what that means. I know I'm about to go through Coyote Alley here. This is... I think this is the latest I've ever walked this. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think that it's obvious that there are coyotes in downtown Detroit. This is where they are. I mean, it's clear. Oh, the coyote. Bam. And we know they do live in urban environments, right? I'm not. I expect I'll eventually run into one. You know? Like, I'm not naive about it. I know I'm pushing my luck. But here I am. Tonight, I didn't, like I say, it did not make sense to go home at midnight. I would have missed, the core of the set. So I'm glad I planned for it, but like, if I hadn't, I would have stayed at night. What am I gonna do? Well, we're gonna talk to Coyote Alley first. And presumably I make it through there. I'm gonna try my all-night place. I don't know if it's there still, or if it's still open or what. I got conflicting signals on the internet. I actually find that with the internet, it's best to err on the side of self-censorship. Things tend to be open a little later than they say, and that's fine. Or the internet could be right, and it could be looking at outdated information. We don't know. Worst case scenario, I guess I'll hang out in the hotel lobby. This is not the worst because it's like a little later, right? And it's a longer walk, so I should get like downtown at like 3:30. So it's like if I got out somewhere at 4:30, it's like it's not great, but it could be worse. Okay, so I'm actually a little bit creeped out. I have to acknowledge it. So I want this running for my own purposes. I'm sure I'll be fine. I say that. Just gotta get over the bridge. It's really not a big stretch. It's just they don't need a lot of habitat, right? This is where they exist. There's railroad tracks under here. And if you know a little bit about the way they spread, like I say, this is their territory for sure. If they're around, they're here. Last time I walked through here, though, I saw a cat. That was so relieving. People on bicycles. If I get ambushed, there'll be witnesses. I'll acknowledge that I've been through here repeatedly, and I have not been attacked by coyotes yet. This is the latest I've walked it, though. I'm not sure if those flashing lights are good or bad, but I appear to be over the alley itself. I'm probably okay. I'm gonna try this spot. I don't even know. I don't even know. I talked to the bouncer that was there on the evening in question about the apparent head injury. He said he didn't see what knocked me out, just that I was knocked out. And whether that's true or not, I don't really want to push him on it. It may be naive, but I actually get the perception that the issue was kind of dealt with. Body language. And that's fine. That's even ideal. I think that it's beyond question that I have a right to know. But who do we appeal? I have to leave things in the faith of others. And I don't like it, the premise, but they can see when it's wise. if life is a math problem, not all agents are rational. Or their inherent rationality may require some effort to uncover. I think I'm okay. But, let it be stated, that if anybody wants to share, I'm curious. So I'm back into the core of Detroit, and it actually might be the best case scenario in terms of late night, weeknights. I was at the bar until pretty much, they were mopping up kind of thing. I was like the last person out. So, I don't know what time it was there, 2 o'clock, 2:15, 2:30. I could get at this place close to 3:30. It's still 3-hour wait. 2.5. I was gonna have to figure this out to experiment one way or another. I'm here. Let's try this out. I think I should just put the camera away. I think that's probably the best way to articulate what I want to say here. I'm not sure this place is open at all anymore. Okay. Got a coffee, I guess. Okay, so it's not even 3 o'clock yet. It's 2:45-ish. A little less than ideal. I've got 3.5 hours. I'm thinking I can probably maximize my $5 at the 7-Eleven, but I have enough time to waste that I'm gonna see what I can get for $5 at the egg place. I can't remember. I might be able to get like a couple of eggs or something. I'm sure I can get a couple of eggs for $5. Along with a coffee. So, it's that I have lots of time. Right? I'm really just wasting time. It's a nice night to go for a walk. I always say that, right? Did I go to a concert? I think the nicest part of the walk is after the concert. I actually enjoyed all 3 of the sets tonight. They were all guitar focused in different ways. And the one in the middle was a little less guitar focused, but still inventive and interesting. But like I say, I stayed because I was having a good night. So, and I'm glad I planned for it. Sort of. I probably should have taken an extra 20. But we'll see what I can get here at the egg store here. I don't know. But like I said, I've got lots of time to waste. So, worst case scenario, I wasted time walking there and back. And then I'm an hour. And then some closer to where I need to get to be. Like I say, I'm looking at, this is a 3.5-hour wait. There's no resolution. Just get some eggs. If I can. You know what, walking the strip up here late at night, empty. We've got like landscaping with trees or shrubs. This reminds me of walking around in Ottawa. I'm a little homesick, I don't know. If I miss anything, it's like the air. So the air quality. But like, don't miscount that. My battery's almost gone. I'm gonna lose this in a second, but I like where I am, but I do think about it often, don't I? Let me put this away because I might have a smart-ass comment later, and I don't want to lose it. Good morning in Detroit. in context, falling asleep in that diner was not a bad idea. And we passed the time. I was able to get some eggs. No coffee though. Either way, I mean, it's like I finished eating and then I passed out, and then I woke up. It was actually late. It's after 6, so it's not. I'm not gonna. I missed the first bus. The bigger problem with that is that there's no. Well, it didn't feel like the heat was on there, and as a result, my body temperature seems to have dropped. When I first came out, it was like actually kind of scary. I stopped into a bus for a few seconds. I didn't have any change, and I knew I didn't have any change, but I thought either I could just hop on. Well, bus drivers will let you drive down the street sometimes. They will. It wouldn't be the first time. I guess most people would probably just hop in the back in that scenario, but I find I didn't have more luck being forthcoming. Anyways, I didn't catch didn't hop on obviously, but the minute or so that I sat in there warmed me up the way I needed to, and I'm okay now. But it's not that cold. It's 10 degrees out. It's just because the diner wasn't heated. It's like I've been out it all night. I'm okay. It's like I say, I'm glad I was able to hop on the bus for a minute and a half. I needed that. Anyways, I'm gonna catch. I think it's 6:45. I don't know. We'll see when I get there. But I think this is another moment to reflect upon my privilege of thermoregulation. Because I can thermoregulate, I was able to survive that scenario. If I was unable to thermoregulate, for example, if I was a lizard, then I would have been cooked there. So let's acknowledge my privilege of thermoregulation once again. And that will make sure that I always do so when necessary and appropriate. And I actually missed the 6:40 bus. Damn it. Wait till 10 after. It's what, about 20 minutes or so, I think. I'm guessing. 8 o'clock in the morning. And if I had caught the 6 o'clock bus, I would have avoided the rain. I got a little wet. I'll survive. I gotta take a shower. I got an egg McMuffin. I will have that, and then take a shower, and then go to sleep. That, it was a good night. The 3 hours disappeared, so I slept it off. If it's going to exist, that's the best way for it to exist, in fact. Because otherwise I would have just, got some eggs and then went home, which is kind of what it felt like happened. In fact, that was later than I thought. It would have been better had I been able to just come home after the night, after the show. But at least I didn't leave early, so it was a good night. I think I mentioned that all 3 of the acts were fun. And, like I say, I got an egg McMuffin, take a shower, and then I'm out. We will be dealing with the computer all day tomorrow. Whenever tomorrow starts.